Let's give it up for the next guy, another bearded amigo of our own. He's standing right over there. Kind of looks like a hipster, but you know, at the same time looks like a lumberjack. Lumbersexual, alrighty. Yeah, lumberjack, and he is okay. He is also Jeremy West, everybody. I just learned that term lumbersexual this week. I'm owning that shit. So, Maylene? Oh. Whoa! So Maylene kind of beat me to it, but Facebook sucks, right? Woo! You guys know. It's like you get on there, especially when you're like married without kids, because everybody's posting 1,000 pictures of their kids every day. And they're like, oh my God, you need to do it. It's the best thing ever. And I'm like, really? Because I'm pretty sure you spent more on diapers than I do on weed. I think I'm doing okay. Like, I never thought I would miss those photo albums that people used to carry around that just had pictures of their baby in them until Facebook came along. Because if somebody pulls out a photo album, you can see roughly how many pages you have to suffer through and plan for the end. But if somebody brings up their iPad or iPhone, like, this might never fucking end. But I like to try to like put Facebook in a physical term to help me deal with it a little more. And the best metaphor I could come up with was like a cruise ship. It's like being on a cruise ship. The only difference is you can leave whenever you want, which is nice. But the only difference really is like if you're on a cruise ship with 20 people you care about and 400 people you just kind of know, roughly, right? Which, if that sounds like a good time to you, you're probably one of the assholes that I delete on a daily basis. Yes, there are some of you here. I apologize. But anyway, like realistically, if Facebook was a cruise, how long would it take before you rounded up the 20 people you actually cared about, hopped in a lifeboat, and torpedoed that motherfucker? I give it about 10 minutes. Yeah. So, you guys ever take too many edibles and then try to do comedy? Just me? Okay. Don't worry, we'll get through it. I got this. Speaking of edibles, I was at a friend's house the other night. They make their own brownies, which is bananas. But they also have a toilet where the seat doesn't want to stay up. Ladies, you don't really know, but guys, have you ever been so high that you've had to have a conversation with the toilet seat that won't stay up? Like, please don't fall on my dick. And the toilet seat looks back at you and it goes, I might fall on your dick. You push it back, you're like, no you won't. It's like, but I might. No you won't. And then you think it's finally staying, so you start doing your business every time. It's like, you asshole. It's like, well, that's what's coming next. Had to. Side note, if you were to have sex with a minotaur, would that be considered bestiality, even if you only stayed on the front half? It's just a question I have. You ever show up to a bar before your friends get there and have the bartender like try to take you under their wing? Like you're a bird with a broken wing and they want to like wrap you in a warm towel and put you in a shoebox in the laundry room? I had that experience last night. And as I was sitting there, like, trying not to get offended, I realized that one of my main life's ambitions is to choose not to be offended. It's just easier that way. And it is a choice, by the way. And what I learned last night is when you choose not to be offended, you might get free beer. As they're taking pity on you. You might. Just give that a try sometime. Life lessons from the stoners. So we've all heard the expression, finish your food because there's starving children in Africa, right? We need to update that shit. It's 2014, we have an obesity epidemic. So that saying now goes, finish your dessert, there's children in Africa that don't have diabetes. I work in a t-shirt factory. Actually, you guys walked by one of the brands we make, the High Five Threads thing. But ladies, I would like to apologize on behalf of shirt manufacturers because the sizing difference between men's and women's shirts is retarded. And I know that's not a popular word to use these days, but it is. Because like a men's small, this is a medium, but picture a men's small and a slightly less fat guy, and that will fit most normal sized ladies, okay? So that's like, I would call that a lady small. That's what I would do. But a lady small will fit, at best, an Asian or Russian gymnast. Look, they're this big around. So So, I propose not that we change the sizing of the shirts, because that makes my job harder when I have to pull the tag out and print our tag on it. But what I do propose is that we change what the letters mean. Leave small alone. You call a girl small, you're going to be all right. You call a girl medium, probably won't get laid, but you'll still have an okay night. You call a girl large, you're going home in an ambulance. Okay? So the L no longer stands for large, the L stands for lady. That is a normal lady-sized garment, okay? XL, little extra lady. No problems there. Double X, double your pleasure. Clearly. Triple X, that's a fat person and you are encouraging bad behavior. Stop it. Another thing I've noticed is that patterns that are acceptable as shorts are completely unacceptable as pants. For instance, I bought a pair of camo shorts this summer. I know, that makes me a douchebag. I'm okay with it. They were on the clearance rack. Moving on. Right behind said shorts, camo pants. And I was like, no. I didn't enlist. I'm going to war, I don't need camo pants. But it got me thinking, like if you were to see a girl in bandana print shorts, you might be like, huh, cute shorts. You might even say, nice ass. You see a girl in bandana print pants, you're gonna go, get the fuck out of here, hippie. I would. My wife and I, we're cat people. We got another one recently, and like everybody who's the spawn of the devil does, we put 100 pictures on Facebook. And so her very Catholic sister, who, I mean, traditional in the Catholic sense, where she's got like 7 kids she can't afford, comments on the picture, another one? So every time she has a birth announcement, I have my answer. Speaking of the new cat, he's a little black kitty. We named him Wesley Snipes. Hold it, not because he's black, because he's so black that he makes other black cats look white. And he doesn't pay his taxes. Oh no. Speaking of black people, hold on. Bear with me. I wrote this bit a while ago, and in light of recent scandals, it's gotten a lot darker. I've wanted to remake Silence of the Lambs, but replace Buffalo Bill with Buffalo Bill Cosby. And you can see why this has taken a much darker turn in recent weeks. Because it used to be like, it puts the jello pudding on its skin and zip-zop, zippity-bop. Now it's, it puts the jello pudding on its skin or it gets drugged and raped again. I didn't want to do it, okay? He did it to himself. I love Bill Cosby's comedy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm getting old, you guys. I'm going to be 30 next week. So, old is relative, let's be honest. But I realized that as I'm getting older, I'm maturing, and I realized this the other day when I was in the shower with my wife, and I was like, you know what? Don't worry about shaving it this time. And it's not because I don't care, it's because for some reason, I stumbled upon vintage porn lately. Dude, you guys, the 70s were the shit! We've been missing the fuck out! But, you know. Yeah, no, my wife, she's a lovely person. She doesn't get periods, though. No, her periods go on assault when it gets to be that time of the month. Just horrible. I mean, one night she was out in the living room, like wrapped in a heating pad, lying on the couch watching something terrible on Lifetime, and as happens, and you know, I sympathize, but I stay in the bedroom and play games on my iPad because it's safer. I just hear this groan, just this, ugh. And at that point, I looked down at my penis and I went, dude, knuckles. Somewhere out there in the universe, somebody was looking out for me when I was being created. Because they had the choice. They're like, oh, is this going to be a boy or a girl? Are you fucking kidding? Can't handle that shit. Give him a dick. Let him enjoy his life. I'm sorry, ladies. I got two more for you, if that's okay. You guys know the song Fancy by Iggy Azalea, right?
Yeah.
I fucking love that song. And I hate myself for loving it. But you guys know that Charlie XCX is the girl that actually sings the I'm So Fancy line, right?
Yeah.
She's got her own shit out that is equally as terrible. And I can't stop listening to it. It's so terrible that it's awesome. And she's got this one song called Boom Clap, which I guess was a soundtrack on a movie I'm never gonna see. But the one line in the song is like, boom, clap, the sound of my heart, the beat goes on and on and on and on. And that's really sweet, okay? Except, I'm afraid that boom clap is what she might say to somebody in the morning after they've slept together. Like, boom clap! And then if you heard that song being done in Chinatown at karaoke night, it would be boom crap, which is another thing. But okay, my last joke. I hate new country music a lot. It's all god-awful pop music disguised as country. I especially hate like that. What's that Luke Bryan song? Drink a beer. Like the one line in the song is like, I'm gonna sit right here on the edge of this pier, watch the sunset disappear. And then there's like a 5-beat count with nothing, and then he goes, and drink a beer. That's the payoff. Like I think the gist of the song is that like he misses his buddy, so he goes and sits on this pier and watches the sunset and has a beer in remembrance, and that's all well and good. But people that know me know that if you're gonna celebrate the way I lived, bring more than one beer. Bring at least a 6-pack, probably a 5th. Smoke some meth, get reckless, I don't care. You're gonna remember me, do it right. Another band that I absolutely cannot stand is Florida Georgia Line. By the way, they're from fucking Ohio. But they have that one song, and the guy has just the most annoying voice on the radio, and people just eat that shit up, and I don't get it. Like, how does that song go? He's like, baby, you song, you make me wanna pull my butthole out. Is that not how it goes? Because that's how I hear it. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm Jeremy.